Management of Mulago Specialized Women and Neonatal Hospital have appeared before the Public Accounts Committee to answer queries in the Auditor General's report for 2024-25. In the report, the hospital requested for 33 billion shillings, which was disbursed. However, on non-taxable revenues, the hospital collected 9.8 billion and transferred 9.05 billion shillings to the treasury. The members of parliament squeezed officials to explain the balance they did not transfer, who responded that some amount was taxed by URA because allowances paid to staff had not been taxed.
Knowledge that we did not meet the target during the waiver, during that period, and as I mentioned, one is the waiver. We had a waiver of 1.7 billion, which is actually a big amount of money.
But you transferred 9,054,561,870 shillings. So the first question is, why was less transfer?
So the difference between those two is 746,347,290. That one is accounted for by two elements. There is an element of URA 290,432,640. There is also an accrued revenue of 455,914,650.
Because the law is very specific. Where you did not deduct, you as an entity are liable, but you're only given an opportunity to withhold subsequently from those workers.
But the chair, where you find that really an accountant who is aware that allowances in the form of benefits are taxed, then he comes here. If it was
the query on inadequate staffing indicates that out of 971 required staff, only 442 positions were filled. The hospital wants human resource of at least 60%. The acting executive director, Dr. Ononge, told the committee that at the neonatal unit, the ratio of one nurse to a baby is 1:6, and 45% of the babies admitted are less than 32 weeks.
I just gave an example of the neonatal unit. Neonatal unit, where you have different categories of patients. The critically sick requires like 1:1. But as we stand off now, we are like 1:6. One nurse to 6 babies, which is unbearable. The staffs are getting burnout, and you can easily make mistakes when you're providing basically the services.
As in the neonatal, but I saw what happens there. When, those incubators, when an incubator goes off, the time at times for you might be lucky that it's somehow automatic. But in Masaka Regional Referral Hospital, it goes off for 5 minutes. I'm telling you, scuffle. We lose lives, people die.
Surgeons in this specialized unit, it's something that there is no way you can provide medical services without surgery.
The hospital has an infrastructure defect of a leaking roof.
Infrastructure defects in the roofing. When rain comes, as an ED of the facilities, you're just worried which place is going to leak now. There was designer challenges where the roofing, the nails were put in the valley, and with the aging process, when there is any leakage, there is actually water pouring into the facility. And about this, contacted Health Infrastructure Division of Ministry of Health. They have assessed and they have actually recommended that the roof needs to be replaced completely at 1.3 billion.
In a medium term, the hospital wants to expand its IVF unit to have couples donate over.
To have couples donate gametes, donate over, for those who are not able to, because there are people who do not have at all any eggs, but there's a possibility that I can bring a sister who can donate, then it is stored there and I can receive it. That is really will be very key. But also
when 11 couples
that have successfully been managed by you in terms of fertility challenges. But you say the provision or the exercise is very costly. You've not told us. What does it take?
The committee also queried the hospital management on the delayed submission of reports, shortfalls in delivery of vaccines, delayed disposal of expired drugs. I'm Nafka Farida and Gloria Gwitabinji at Parliament.